What's up, fight fans? Thank you, as always, for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. All right, so a few different stories that hopefully will intertwine and make one story here. All right, so first and foremost, Gennady Golovkin, obviously, in his wish to still fight on May the 5th, which I think he said he will still do. He doesn't have an opponent as yet. Let's get that clear. Now, the Nevada State Athletic Commission will block or deny his request to fight a kid from Mexico called Jaime Munguia. This guy is unbeaten, 28 fights, 24 knockouts, but according to numerous articles, the Nevada State Athletic Commission think that the gap between him and GGG is too vast that they can't let this fight happen, which is an absolute joke. And the reason it's a joke, not necessarily because of this, I think this is good. By the way, I think this is good. I think they should be blocking fights like this. Even though the kid is unbeaten, I think they should be blocking fights like this. But remember, this is the same athletic commission that allowed Conor McGregor to fight Floyd Mayweather. There was no stopping that. There was no like, okay, this is too much there. But here we have an unbeaten fighter who has 28 fights, 24 knockouts, and it's deemed too far a gap for him to fight Gennady Golovkin, which I find strange. I find very strange. But again, they're corrupt. They're not making any money off this fight. Nevada are not going to make any money. This fight isn't going to do great numbers. So they're probably thinking, to the hell with it. We're not letting this fight happen. Anyway, that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing is Gennady Golovkin ducking some fighters. Is he ducking some fighters? Now, I had Gennady Golovkin as a anytime, anyone, anywhere type person. That's just my thought process. When I look at Gennady Golovkin, I have that. That's what I look at him and think. I think Gennady Golovkin will fight anybody. I don't know if this is the case. I'm starting to believe it isn't the case. Is he becoming the businessman now more than the fighter? And I understand that. Look, he's 35 years old. He's had a couple of tough fights recently. Jacobs was tough. Canelo was tough. And he doesn't want to take any risks, right? I think he still wants the Canelo fight, maybe September, maybe next year. That still generates a huge amount of money. That still gives him another $10 to $15 million. And it almost looks like he doesn't want to roll the dice and fight Boo Boo, Charlo, or Jacobs. Or even Billy Joe Saunders for that matter. That surprises me. I don't know why, but it does surprise me. For them to offer up Munguia, I hope I'm saying that name correctly, Munguia as an opponent, when all these other guys are begging for fights, surprises me. And don't get me wrong, I understand that they're difficult and they're a new proposition. He's been training for a Canelo. So someone like a Boo Boo, who is a southpaw, a tricky southpaw, a lot more rangy, a lot more length, is tricky. But nonetheless, you're Gennady Golovkin. I just didn't picture him like that. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe he can't take a risk like this. But surely you don't go as low as Munguia. Surely you don't do that if you're Gennady Triple G Golovkin. I don't know. It surprises me a bit, if I'm honest with you guys. Does it surprise you? Does it surprise you? I mean, according to Boo Boo's Twitter page and Charlo's and Jacobs, none of these three guys have been asked about the fight. And they were all in my top 4 or 5 guys to get this fight. None of them have been asked. And look, I get it. You know, you've been training for a particular style of opponent, and then you have to switch up and fight another different style. And I understand that. That must be difficult, but it's the same for them, right? Charlo's got a fight coming up. Jacobs has got a fight coming up. They're all training for their particular style of opponents as well. So the switch would be difficult for them, as it would be for you. The fact remains you're a boxer, right? You're a boxer. And I'm surprised that someone like Golovkin would stoop as low as looking at Munguia as an opponent. It shocks me, if I'm honest with you. And what do you guys make of the Nevada State Athletic Commission blocking this proposed fight? You don't hear a lot about this. There's been some fights in the past that should have been blocked, maybe not by Nevada, but other sanctioning bodies that have just happened without a problem. I mean, Danny Garcia fought Rod Salka, for example. I mean, you're talking different weight classes. I mean, that wasn't blocked. It's not like Rod Salka was unbeaten. I'm shocked that they've made the decision to block this fight. Especially, like I said, they didn't block Conor versus Floyd. Again, it shows how corrupt boxing is to its core, and what they'll do for some, they won't do for others. What do you guys make of this? What do you make of Golovkin not calling out some of the names that I mentioned that all want to fight him? Jacobs, Charlo, and Boo Boo, to name but a few. Now that they have blocked Munguia, who next? Who do you think is going to get the call? I think we're probably looking at someone like Spike O'Sullivan now. I think it could either be Spike O'Sullivan or Lou DiBella's fighter, who is the IBF mandated fighter for the shot, Derevchenko. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.